As you were talking about how Jane looks on the sideline, I was thinking about Troy. Like when Troy first came in, man, Troy was so mature. I was like, damn, this dude like a grown old man already. You know what I mean? He was just so mature. He handled everything so right. I was, none of us was that.
Right.
We were about the money, we were in the streets, we gonna do all that. Troy wasn't doing nothing. He was so straight. And then a couple of years later, when we found out that some girls had broken his house and was laying in his pool naked waiting on him, and he went and called the police. He called the police. I said, yeah, okay, you see, nobody else would have called the police. Nobody else in that locker room would have called the police. Troy was the only one that called the police. And we killed them for years for that. You call the police with two, you know what I mean? Who does that? That kind of maturity is what I see in Jay. It's maturity way past anything anybody his age should have. You know, I believe he may call the police. You know, nobody else on that team.
He definitely has that. And I'm at a point in my life where I call the police. I'm just being honest with you. If I need to get all protection on the female, I've done it before.
Now, we talking about now, though.
Yeah.
We're 21.
Yeah, back then, yeah. Bitch better be out of motherfucking mind in my house. What I want to bring up, bitch better not be. You know, me and you on the same type of time, Mike. I know what you want to say. I know what you want to say. But that's the responsible to do. If you're in a domestic violence situation, call the police. That is the absolute correct and responsible thing to do. But I want to bring one more stat up before we move on, Mike, is that the Cowboys are the only team that hasn't been to a conference championship this century. And you know the last time that the Cowboys been to a conference championship?
Oh, yeah.
Where was it?
Oh, yeah. When I played it. Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. When you played like 1995.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, this plays into the plan, I'm telling you. now Washington.
What are you drawing? What the fuck is, Mike, what are you drawing? You drawing the X and O's?
I play.
Right. I'm drawing the year down. You know, wise men, we like move doodle because it works with my brain.
Okay, I got you.
Cowboys, Washington was at 33 years.
Uh-huh.
So that was standing right there. The Cowboys had you good. Jerry was good. Now you got two NFC East teams in there with two young quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts and the young Jaden Daniels. And the Cowboys, and we're gonna talk about Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift at the Kansas City Chiefs game. They trying to make that. Those are two good old American girls. They trying to make those Chiefs they trying to steal America's title. I got two East teams in the title game. This kind of pressure gets me Dion. So keep bringing it up. You see what I'm saying? It's all part of the brand. Get that thing on up.
Well, you know what's crazy is that you knew that stat, and because Washington was 1991. And now you can't say that about them. Right. Now y'all are the last team in 30 years that hasn't been to NFC conference finals in the whole NFC since you played. And now you're jotting shit down, thinking that you're going to get it over to the Jones family for more ammo to get Dion to come coach the Cowboys. That's what you said?
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Your Honor, do I need to say that again? I will say that again. Hey, wait. When did we finally give the brother an opportunity at running the country? When it was in its hell-holiest, when it was in its lowest, when it was at its worst. We said, Barack, your turn is up. That's what we're trying to do here. That's what it looks like it's going to. I'm just saying.
I'll tell you one thing. I spoke to Coach Palm the other day. I hope he ain't lie to me like that. Told me you love Colorado. I say, Coach, you told me you love Colorado, but I heard you say you love Mississippi Jackson too. I ain't buying it. Let me know what's going on when it's time to go on. I'm telling you that right now.
Hey, right. You like me. Hey, nigga, don't let me be the last one. Don't let me find out.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. I definitely called. I said, look, if we going to Dallas, just tell me we going to Dallas. So I know.
Right.
Damn, I'm sitting down here looking at these damn mountains right now. I don't want to hear that shit, Coach. Told me that about Jackson, Mississippi, man. I don't want to hear it. I know that nigga know how to play his cards, though. I will say that.
Yeah. Mike, I'm not even mad at what you had to say because, hey, I'll trust the process because if you can get it done, hey, do what you gotta do. But
everything working towards that.
Yeah.
Common goal.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then to kind of attest to how good Jaden Daniels has been playing, so this is another stat. So out of the rookie QBs to start a title game, this is the ranking of their team's scoring defense. So Brock Purdy, his team's was first. Mark Sanchez, his was third. Joe Flacco, his was third. Ben Roethlisberger, his was first. Sean King, his was third. And Jaden Daniels' team was ranked 18th. So he's been doing a lot for the team.
Right.
Obviously, shout out to the Commanders because you guys have a lot to be excited about. But before we move on from this game.
And real quick before we move on,
Yeah.
Stat.
That was good, though, Stat. No, that was good, Stat. Because that's exactly what I just said in numbers form.
Right.
That's very good. That's how you get that nickname, Stat, baby. You came up with that Stat right on point. That's good job, bro. No, for real. For real. Because that's what I'm saying. The killer part comes in. Hey, I'll do this because I don't have a defense that can stop you. I'm going to kill you. You see what I'm saying? From his side, dude, that one ball he threw to Devontae Brown over the corner, right? Did you see the play? The ball dropped in. You know how we say all the time, nigga, I can throw it, but I can't throw it and catch it. The dude hand was right here, and the receiver hand the ball went right past. It just fell. I don't even think the receiver saw the ball. So that's basically like him throwing it and catching it. It is incredible, and that's the stat to prove he's the killer. Even if he doesn't have the defense, he's gonna kill your defense.
Yep, and the point I was going to make, Stat, I know we have to get ready to move on, but my homegirl Karen's in the studio. She just sent me some information. Now, Mike, listen, the reason why, I don't know if this is the reason, because I'm not counting the ownership of the Bills' pockets, but it was going to cost an extra $300 million to make it a dome with the new stadium that they're building in Buffalo. Thank you, Karen, for that information. So what they're doing is they putting some 360-degree canopy in the stadium that covers over 60% of the fans. I don't know what a canopy is going to do, but to put a dome, it would have cost an extra $300 million. And I guess ownership is like, we in the box anyway. We not playing. I'm not spending another $300 million. So thank you for that information.
And that's the limit. And see, that's why I get on other owners. That's why I get back people up off Jerry Jones, because Jerry will go and make some money and know how to make money and make sure he spends some money. This right here, that's crazy. $300 million is nothing. These dudes, you got $130 billion. And the only way you're going to get anybody in Buffalo to see any kind of big game outside of your own playoff games is to put a dome on it. They had a Super Bowl in New York. They had a Super Bowl in Minnesota. Ain't no place in the world colder than Minnesota. We had it in Minnesota after they got a dome put on the stadium. I mean, it was the coldest thing I've ever. I'm just saying, I don't want to go to Buffalo anyway. So don't put a dome on there. We'll never come for a Super Bowl, but I was just trying to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then real quick before we go to break, just got to ask, because Jello is having a good little year. He performed at the halftime show. What did you guys think of his performance, Mike?
I thought well, outside of watching it and then listening, reading some of the comments, people saying that man didn't even know his own words, all that kind of stuff. They were messing with the man. I thought it was cool that he was there in that moment. You know what I'm saying? In that moment and everything. I was happy for him being in that moment.
But I'm really excited that he's able to get a record going. I hope he get more records going, make a lot of money. But as a rapper to a rapper, you got to know the lyrics, champ.
Yeah.
How do y'all remember all them damn lyrics anyway, dude? Like, how do y'all remember all that stuff?
You got to practice. It's a lot of times if I got a show, I got to listen to songs before the show because I don't remember all my lyrics because I've been doing it almost 30 years. So when I do a show, when you're in a road, like when you're on tour, it's easy because you're doing it like almost every night when you're on tour, and we have consistent shows. But when
Like
you got
the same plays over and over. You play the same
when
plays.
but when you have gaps in between shows, you got to go listen and practice. It looked like to me, first of all, people were telling, they always, I like to play around. So I don't know if you see my Instagram, Mike, but I DM'd the Lions and left them a voice note and told them the reason that they lost was having Jello there, because could have had Eminem there, you could have had Big Sean there, you could have had a lot of Detroit rappers there. Even, to be honest with you, Jello looked like, how the fuck did I get here? I don't even believe I'm here. But to Jello's credit, I think he has a good song. People are so sensitive. I think he has a good song. And I think that I think he's a better rapper than basketball player. Was it fit for yesterday's game? Absolutely not. This was probably one of the most important sports days in Lions history in recent years. I think they should have somebody from Detroit performing, my personal opinion. Nothing, no slight towards Jello or anything, but imagine Eminem came out. Boy, Eminem out. Terrence Crawford beat the shit out Errol Spence. Sometimes the music helps out and it gives you momentum. So, but like I said,
but let me ask you this, Kim. I've been on this and I've been seeing this, and I hate to digress for a moment, but this is the perfect time to ask your thoughts on the Snoop and Nelly stuff that were performing for Trump, and I saw that video that Snoop said, if anybody perform, I'm gonna call you out, all of those things, and then of course,
what did he say, Mike? Say what he said. What did he say?
He was gonna call out. He said he was gonna call out whoever performed for Trump. We're gonna call them out being Uncle Tom, nigga that they are, all of that.
Because I'm not abreast to the situation.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
I'm not abreast to the situation. What you're saying is Snoop said if somebody goes perform for Trump, that they a sucker, basically.
Yes.
That's what he said?
Right. Yeah.
Pause. He went hard in the paint.
What is my thoughts on it? I mean, Snoop can feel how he want to feel. I can't get mad at Snoop.
Right.
Opinion, I think that I don't really get too much into politics. I've never voted in my life, but I think that people have their reasons for dealing with political figures for whatever they have their reasons for dealing with political figures for. You got a rapper named Kodak Black down there in Florida. Where you from, Mike? He said that's Uncle Trump. He pardoned him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He said so. Right. Everybody sometimes has a different agenda on why they deal with people politically. However Snoop feels, that's how Snoop feels. But I'm pretty sure it's other people on the other side of the coin to be like, you can't get me to. I wish Trump would beg me to come perform for them. Me personally, I have no opinion.
But I'm asking you to Cam, because Nelly did say that. Nelly said something too, because I watched him. Nelly's my boy, from The Longest Yard. We did the movie together. Nelly I saw him defending himself about it, saying, "Listen, this is I was performing for the president of the United States. That no president ever asked me to perform. It was just an honor to have him ask, and stuff like that." Dude said, "Well, why don't you perform? Would you perform for the Ku Klux Klan?" He said, "Well, it ain't the Ku Klux Klan country," that kind of stuff. So, but I'm saying though, there's something here now. There's your gift that you make your business off of, that people pay you to go and do those shows and everything, and then the politics of it. And a lot of times people can't separate the politics from the gift. That's why I don't personally talk politics, because I want everybody, you can engage in football, but people love your song, but since you're doing it at Trump's events, I ain't never going to listen again. So I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on things like that.
Yeah, I don't talk politics neither.
Yeah, me. I do sometime, but in a situation like this, I think when it comes to Snoop saying what he said, I did see what he said. It did kind of, look different for him to be up there performing after what he said. But who knows? In one situation, they could be partnering somebody that really matters to him, and because they're partnering somebody he's that really matters to him, then he's doing the show. Or they could have gave him a million reasons why he should do the show. Who knows? I don't know that, but I do understand that people do have the right to change their mind. This is one of the things that I think people put low equity in, and it's that people have the right to change their mind. You could think one way one day and then wake up another day and say, you know what, I see that situation differently. But I do think as a public figure, you do have to publicly express that when you stood so strongly on another situation. I'm definitely an advocate of that. I had to do that in my own life. There's certain things I said, and then I found myself doing things that I said I wouldn't do, and then I had to really address those things because that does matter as a public figure for people to trust what you're saying. But if you want to be looked at as a person that you pretty much would do anything or say anything, then that's how people will look at you. And I'm not saying that like I'm perfect in that area. I'm just giving, commentary to the other side of that conversation. Because when you've stood so brazenly on one thing, it does make people look at you and say, what's up with this? And I think we should hold people accountable, especially if we're going to listen to them. But if we just see them as entertainers, then I don't think we should put any equity in it because we're only there for the music anyway.
Yeah. But I will say, in addition to music, like people do uphold a lot of the things that you guys say and like what you guys stand for and stuff like that. That's why even like when Mike Tyson was up here and he was asking me who I'm, but like I just stay out of those conversations because the thing about social media, people are quick to pull out a little clip. Then that's what happens to Snoop Dogg and bring it right back to your reality. And I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful in situations like that and figure it out.
And I'm in 100% agreement with that. And that's why I think when it comes to this, that people have the right to change their mind. I want that to be stated. So whether it's Snoop, whether it's Nelly, whether it's me, whether it's anybody, people can pull up those clips, and that's why you have to articulate those changes when they do happen, because people do value what we have to say and do value our opinion. And when that opinion change, I think we do ourselves a disservice when we don't address it.
Right.
Hey man, listen. All that seriousness, too. I'm so glad I did bring it up. I mean, I thought that was a beautiful job that you did in speaking about it and being honest and even enlightening us on the depths of it. Because I swear to you, on my mother and father's grave right now, I got a text right in this phone within the last 6 days of a very good friend of mine who's trying to get me to get to somebody to get to Trump to help him get pardoned on something.
Exactly.
So, in our world, those things, I swear to you, it absolutely happened. I have it right now. And I hadn't returned his text, to be honest with you. but I definitely is something that you open the minds up about.
Yeah, now you think about it because that's just life, there's people that at one point I did like, pause, and then through situations I recognize I don't need to like this person. And the same could happen in the opposite direction. There could be a president, a mayor, a governor, or anybody that you did not like, and then you have a conversation or two, and then you recognize there is some value in this person.
Right. Okay. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will talk about the Chiefs versus the Texans. Don't go anywhere.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. 2 Big Macs. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.